While Bulldog fans are taking this week to rest up before the big day on Saturday, the dance team and cheerleaders have been very busy. Marcy Meghan has the story.
The Butler dance team and cheerleaders have had anything but a relaxing week. They've been preparing for Saturday's Final Four game every day, but they all agree that it will definitely be worth it in the end. Dance team members say they can't wait to get out there and perform.
Really excited to go and perform at the Final Four. It's our first tournament game performance ever, so we're just really excited and working hard and can't wait to get there.
We're really excited. We've been practicing really hard. It's going to be in front of 70,000 people, so we're a little nervous, but we had practiced a couple times this week to prepare, but we're excited.
Sophomore cheerleader Erika says her team has had an extremely busy week as well.
We have a pep rally that we're doing with the mayor on Wednesday, and then we are going to Brackettown and opening practice, and we're doing some different performances there with the cheerleaders and then cheering the game on Saturday.
Both teams agree that the energy at the Final Four game will be unlike anything they have ever experienced.
I think the big difference performing at Lucas Oil as opposed to Hinkle is going to be obviously the amount of people. It's going to be crazy loud because there's people from all over the country coming to the game. There's like celebrities too, so it's going to be really exciting.
Well, cheering in San Jose and Salt Lake City, there definitely weren't as many fans there because we're in our hometown. But now that we're back here in Indy, we get to cheer just a little bit down the street from Hinkle at Lucas Oil, so it's going to be very exciting, and we're going to have lots of fans there, and I just can't wait.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Marcy Meghan.
Relay for Life is a way to raise money in the fight against cancer. With the help of the American Cancer Society, Butler managed to take a bite out of cancer. Annie Ryback has the story.
Friday night, the HRC was full of students who were hoping to raise money for the American Cancer Society. Not only did students participate, but cancer survivors did as well. The event began around 5:30 Friday evening and ended around 10 a.m. on Saturday. Around 9 Friday night, the lights dimmed for the Luminaria Walk. Participants could purchase bags in honor of loved ones who lost their battle with cancer or in support of those who are currently fighting. After the ceremony, the students went right back on the track to walk for their team. For those who were not walking, there was pizza and plenty of games to keep students awake. They had board games that students can check out, or a projector and a Nintendo Wii. There was cornhole tournaments and water pong tournament later in the evening. There was even a beauty pageant where relay participants could give guys in drag spare change if they liked their costumes. Runner-up Spencer Istall was asked by friends to participate in the pageant.
This would be a good opportunity for them to, the whole thing's for charity and it's a good chance to raise a lot more money.
Some groups had booths set up to do some fundraising during the event. The American Cancer Society had a banner students could sign, as well as handing out information about cancer and cancer research. Butler managed to raise a grand total of $50,000 from student team's hard work. For the Butler Beat, I'm Annie Ryback.
The men of Sigma Nu know how to combine fun and charity. They put on Snooper Bowl. No, not Super Bowl, but Snooper Bowl this past weekend while supporting their philanthropy, Habitat for Humanity. The Butler Beat's Meghan Markusfeld reports.
Women from each sorority gathered on Schwitzer lawn to battle out a game of flag football. They came with cheers, chants, and matching t-shirts. Many hoped that their practices leading up to the tournament would win them the Sigma Nu Snooper Bowl trophy. Some even confessed that they knew nothing about football and had to get creative.
Every team has a strategy, but they all say they rely on teamwork and effort to get the goal of the game. Our strongest point is the fact that we know each other really well, so we can read each other and we know what each player is going to do regardless of that's a play or not. So I think that really helps out.
Other houses weren't so convinced that their teamwork and good sportsmanship would be enough. Some turned to more drastic measures.
We've had 2-day practices and everyone's very dedicated. We're out here every day, and we're even out here in the rain, so yeah, it's been very intense.
All 7 of Butler's sororities competed at Snooper Bowl. Altogether, 6 games were played, including the championship game. Each team had one shot, and if they didn't win their first game, they were out of the tournament. For some, they didn't mind winning or losing. It was all about supporting Habitat for Humanity and having fun with sisters at the same time.
Highlight of the game would probably be warm-ups. Well, I guess it's not really the game, but we were dancing and having a good time, so we always have fun.
Many of the sororities sang nothing but praises for their coaches, even if they didn't end up winning. Allie Quayles of Pi-Phi knew that the dedication her coaches had to their team allowed them to play their very best. The SNU coaches would give them advice before practice, then it was up to the girls.
We'll go into like a little review session of what should have happened, and then we'll run the play again and make it better.
Sigma Nu brought out over 200 people to Snooper Bowl while raising awareness for Habitat for Humanity and allowing a little friendly competition. The women of Kappa Kappa Gamma took home the trophy after the championship game against Tri Delta. For the Butler Beat, I'm Meghan Markusfeld.
The Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity is counting the money they raised from their philanthropy event. Leslie Gardner has the story.
The weather did not keep Lambda Chi from teeter-tottering this past week. Lambda Chi teeter-tottered for 24 hours a day, 7 days in a row through the cold and the rain.
Terrible so far. Right now we actually got some sun, so that's really good. But yeah, it's been raining, staying out all night in the rain. It's been a little bit fun.
This year, Lambda Chi raised money for the Peyton Manning's Children's Hospital. This is different from last year's philanthropy.
Last year was for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, and we decided to change it this year. That was more, our chapter. We voted on it, and it seems to be we're helping out the local area, and that seems to help it out a lot more.
Throughout the week, Lambda had events to raise money. They raffled off a football that was signed by Peyton Manning himself. Lambda Chi's also stood in the street with buckets, waving any cars down willing to donate. They also had other events like a cookout, but no matter what, someone was always on the teeter-totter supporting the children of the Peyton Manning's Children's Hospital. For the Butler Beat, I'm Leslie Gardner. JCFA student recitals are given year-round here at Butler. Olivia Smiley interviewed one of those students.
A week before his recital, the hard part is over. The pieces have already been written months, and in some cases, years ahead of time.
I'm kind of in a good position as far as this recital goes because I'm almost done with all the work I have to do. Which is good and bad. On the one hand, I just get to relax and let things fold out. On the other hand, there's not a lot I can do to fix things at this point.
What lays ahead for this young composer is a final performance as a student here at Butler. Benjamin Martinson is now rehearsing for the last time with his performers, several of whom are composers too. Junior clarinet performance major Samantha Johnson enjoys working for Martinson.
I like that he's relaxed because it relaxes the performers. I mean, if he was stressed out, it would stress me out, and I would think, I wasn't doing a good job or anything, and it's been a very enjoyable experience.
Martinson isn't too worried about the end result. He's confident his performers will pull it off.
There's nothing that I feel like is really that dangerous. At worst, there'll be a screw-up and things will get back on track. There's nothing that I'm afraid will just be a disaster. So I feel pretty good.
And once it's all over, a sigh of relief and a look towards the future. For the Butler Beat, I'm Olivia Smiley.
That's it for this week's edition of the Butler Beat.
Tune in again next week to see coverage for this weekend's Final Four.